morning, y'all. It is October 17th, and I am still at the Microtel. Let me see. It is about 9:30. The weather outside is still like pretty overcast and super windy. Today it's going to be windy all day, like 20-mile-per-hour winds with 30-mile-per-hour gusts. And it's pretty chilly outside, so it's going to be pretty cold with the wind effect. So I'm going to have to watch out, be mindful of like widowmakers, especially when I get to camp. I'm going to have to really just be aware of that. So what I think I'm going to do, because I've been kind of hanging out, waiting for the weather to clear up, but I don't think it's going to get much better. So I think I'm going to hike. At 10 miles, there's a shelter. So I'm going to check out that shelter, and if it's out of the wind, I'm probably going to set up in there just because of the wind, so I don't have to worry about trees and limbs falling on me. But of course, if it's in the wind, it's going to be useless to me, and I'm going to have to set up my tent. So that's my plan so far, to get to that shelter, evaluate the situation, and see what I can do better, or just hang out there. That's kind of what I've been doing lately, is I just shoot for a section, and when I get there, I evaluate the situation, see how my body feels, how much time's left in the day, etc., etc. And so we'll see when I get there. It's not a lot of miles, but like I said, it might be the best option. The next shelter after that, I think, is like 23 miles. And I'm definitely probably not going to make that today, unless I just hike all, until like 7 or 8. I'm pretty much resigned to the fact that I'm going to be hiking into January, and the weather's going to be cold, and it is what it is, and there's nothing I can do about it. So I'm fine with that, but I'm trying to just be in the moment right now and just deal with the weather I have today, which is pretty gloomy, super windy. So, it is what it is. But I was thinking about hanging out here till the checkout's not till noon, but I think I'm going to go ahead and get everything packed up and just head out and just get on the trail, because I'm starting to feel a little anxious, and no reason to just wait around here. Let me see what else. Oh, yesterday, man, it rained all day long from 11 to 8. It rained hard. I wouldn't be surprised if we got like 2 inches. It was sideways rain. It was pretty nasty. So I'm glad I ducked out. Definitely a good day. Like I said, when I'm taking zeros on those rain days and the rain's like that, I have no regrets. And it's a great time to take a zero for me anyways. Let me see what else. Oh, I got to stop by the store, get a Gatorade bottle. And then I got to walk 1.6 down that busy highway back to the trail. I'm not even going to try to get a lift. It seems impossible. It seems like no one really does lift around here. So yeah, I'm going to get back on the trail and get to that shelter, and then evaluate the situation when I get there. Let me see. Is there anything else? Nope. I think that's it for now. So when I get back on the trail, I will get back with y'all. All right. Hey y'all, so I'm officially back on trail. See, I've hiked about 3 miles, 4.5 if you consider the road walk back to the trail. And I just walked through Port Clinton, and shoot, I only have 8 miles to that. It's called Eagle's Nest Shelter. I'm definitely gonna stop in there and evaluate, like I said. If that shelter is out of the wind, I'm probably just gonna stop there no matter what the time, because today's one of those days that I just want to in my warm clothes and in my sleeping bag and not get out till the morning, till I have to hike. I plan on doing lots of miles tomorrow for sure, because it's going to be beautiful out. And it's supposed to be really nice weather until next Wednesday. Again, I think, rain. Tuesday maybe. It keeps changing, so it's hard to say for sure. The one thing is for sure is that rain that happened yesterday was definite. It never changed, never budged, and man, yesterday was so miserable. I'm so glad I wasn't on the trail. I think, from what I understand, most people got off too. But man, when the climb out of Port Clinton southbound, brutal, straight up climb. And there's no like rocks, it's just a dirt trail. So you're like having to walk on your toes, and you work out your calves pretty good doing that. Yeah, but I sweated pretty good under my rain gear, because I was wearing my rain gear to stay warm. But the thing is, as soon as I take it off, I'm freezing again. So I'm just kind of like leaving it on and pacing myself a little bit slower now. But I am like sweating underneath. But it's okay. That's what I love about this outdoor research, the Helium 2, is especially in the wind, I can dry this stuff off, hang it up, and it'll dry like in less than a minute, especially with the wind. And my hiking clothes will probably dry quick, and I have clothes to change into, like dry clothes, so I'm not too worried about that. As long as I just keep moving, I'll stay pretty warm. Yeah, so I guess I'm gonna keep on hiking southbound, and I will get back with y'all. All right. Hey y'all, so I think I have like less than 5 miles to hike to that shelter that I planned on staying at today, for tonight, and it is like 1:30, so I have plenty of time. So I stopped to take a break, and man, it is so windy out and so cold that I just threw my backpack on and just grabbed a protein cookie, and I just hiked and ate while I was hiking. And sometimes that's what you got to do out here when it's super cold, and especially windy like a day like this. It's best just to eat while you're moving, just to stay warm. I mean, if I could have stopped and got in my down jacket, my sleeping bag, I would have been fine. But of course I don't want to pull all that out until I get to that shelter. And even if I get there early, I'll be okay just stopping and getting in my bag. I downloaded a few movies, and I have extra battery now. My wife, when she came, she brought me my 1500 Anchor. So now I'm carrying a 3000 and a 1500. So I have plenty of battery. But anyways, I wanted to mention I have a subscriber named Joe Hikes, His name's Joe, obviously. And he instant messaged me today, and he said, I want to buy you a new pair of shoes, because I really enjoy your videos and all the hard work you put into them. So the least I can do is buy you a new pair of shoes. And man, that just blows my mind. That's amazing, Joe. Thank you so much, Joe. I mean, that's going to help me out so much. Those shoes aren't cheap, by the way, dude. And my wife will be so happy to hear about that, trust me. Oh, man. But thank you, Joe. That's amazing, man. And I will get back with you and let you know exactly where to send them if you still want to do that. I really appreciate it. It will help me out so much. But yeah, so... Oh, and another thing is I've seen a bunch of blowdowns today, and they're fresh blowdowns. Most of them were dead trees, but one wasn't. I can tell they were fresh blowdowns because you can tell no one has hiked around them, and that you couldn't go over them. They were just too big. So they probably blew down last night or early this morning sometime. So, you know, I really staying in that shelter really sounds better and better each time. But the thing is, what I was gonna do is when I get there early, I was maybe gonna like discuss vlogging for the 2020 hopefuls, because I know there's a lot of people out there who are getting ready to through hike in 2020 and are super excited about it, because October that's the month for northbounders when you start getting really excited about your through hike. So I was going to talk about that a little bit when I get to the shelter, since I'll probably get there early. The trail's been kind of you know, so I'm trying to film what I can. It's not going to be the greatest, but you know, like some people said, all the trail is beautiful. So if that's the truth, then you'll enjoy it. But yeah, man, crazy day today. Super windy, really chilly, and you know, it's overcast, but then the sun will come out, then it'll go away. So it's just kind of one of those like moody days, but I'm feeling good. I'm feeling upbeat, and yeah, so I'm just gonna keep on hiking southbound, and I will get back with y'all. All right. Alright, y'all, this is my home for the night. Eagle Nest Shelter. And there's the view. Picnic table, fire ring. And you can tell it's like a log cabin shelter. And there is, let's say, space for like 8 people. No one here. Oh yeah, and there's windows in the back, which is pretty cool. No one is here right now but me. Oh. The thing is, I saw 2 Sobos leaving here. They got water and they were leaving. I'd never seen them before. It was a guy and a girl. But they were just like, oh yeah, there's a good water source down there. And I wasn't sure. They looked like through hikers for sure. And then they had the AT tags on the back. But they might be flip-floppers too. Not really sure. I had never seen them before. But as you can see, it's still super windy. And super, super cold. I have all my layers on right now. And let me show you the shelter from the outside. Alright, as you can see, it's like one of those log cabin shelters. It's actually really nice. Super sturdy. If a tree would to fall on this, I don't think it would do much damage to it. And over here you have like a little table to sit on. And there's actually gutters on this one too. And there's nothing in the back. There's those windows. Let's go see what's on the other side. Nothing. Yeah, but still super cool shelter. If I'm gonna stay in a shelter, this is a good one to stay in. It's the best one I've seen in Pennsylvania so far. Oh, and there's a Blue Blaze Trail. It probably goes to the Privy, I'm assuming. Whew, man, it is cold. I wish I could have a fire, but there's like a fire ban right now, and plus it's super windy. It'd be like really, really irresponsible to have one. But anyways, as you can see, I have all my stuff set up. Gonna sleep in the shelter tonight. It does block out the wind. It's still warm, but I don't know if my tent would be warmer. I'm not sure, but like I said, the wind, all the limbs, it's the only time I really get nervous is when it's really windy. And I usually do like to sleep in a shelter then, or if it's storm like lightning and raining, of course. Man, I am so cold. Yeah, so I was gonna talk a little bit about vlogging, but there's a few things, but I want to eat and do a few things first, and then I'll get back and talk a little bit about vlogging for your through hike, if that's what you're planning to do. So I will get back with y'all. All right. Hey y'all. So I said I was going to talk a little bit about vlogging, and I'm just going to get into it a little bit, and I'll try to, you know, talk about it a little bit every day. But what I wanted to talk about, because I know there's a lot of 2020 hopefuls out there right now, and they're really, really excited about their upcoming through hikes. And a lot of them are planning to vlog. It's a popular thing to do now, and it's a great way to look back on your videos. And I even have already looked back on some of mine in Maine, you know, and reminisced on it and romanticized them, and was like, oh, it's cool. I know when I get done with this through hike, it's going to be awesome to go back and look at that, and probably will be for a long time. So that's a cool thing about vlogging your through hike. But you got to remember, it is a lot of extra work. A through hike is hard work as it is. Doing that and vlogging a through hike is just putting extra work on top of something that's already super challenging. So that's something you need to keep in mind, that you're already doing something that's very, very hard, and now you're going to do something on top of that that's very, very hard. So the first thing, of course, I would hope that you know how to make videos. You found some editing software that you like, and you know how to upload them to YouTube. The second thing I would strongly recommend is to learn to get YouTube Studio and learn how to edit videos while you're actually out there in the field. I would go out and do like an overnight or a 2-night or a 3-night or whatnot, and go out there and edit your videos every night, especially if you plan to do daily videos. I would go out, and at night I would edit that video for that day, and see how it is, you know, because it does become overwhelming, and it does become a kind of a job after a while. So that's something you want to ask yourself. Do I want to do daily vlogs, or do I want to like do compile of like 3-day vlogs, or do I just want to do weekly vlogs? Daily vlogs, a lot of work. Doing 3-day vlogs is probably still a lot of work. Doing a weekly vlog, I would think, would be a lot less work. And so the less editing, the less filming, the less uploading you need to do, the more you're going to be able to, during your through hike, the more time you're going to have to socialize, do those extra few miles, so forth and so on. You're going to have more time. You're going to enjoy your through hike probably a little bit more the less work you have to do with your vlogging. And the next thing I'll get into, and then I'll stop, but I'll talk more about it, is I would also learn how to schedule videos. So on YouTube Studio, you can learn to actually schedule your videos. So when you get one uploaded, you can actually schedule it for so forth. Instead of just coming into town and having like 5 or 6 videos and just dumping them all at once, you can schedule them throughout the week. So while you're actually on the trail, you'll have videos coming out that are already scheduled. So those are a few things I would learn right off the bat to get a feel for what it's like a little bit vlogging a through hike. And that's that for now. I know that's a ton of information already, but that's a good, I think, a good basis to start on. And then I'll talk more about, like, you know, the stylized videos. Do you want how stylized do you want your video? What, you know, what's the length of videos do you want, and so forth and so on. But for now, that's so much information, and I'm gonna end it there, and I will talk with y'all soon. All right, so that's it for tonight, y'all. I'm gonna end it here. So I left Hamburg today. Super windy, super cold. Only hiked 10 miles to this shelter. Man, nice shelter, solid shelter. And it's still super windy out, so I feel good sleeping in this shelter. Tomorrow I'm planning on doing big miles. I'm gonna try to get up as early as I can. Unfortunately, I can't get up. I have to wait a little bit for the sun to come up, just because my headlamp, it has a short in it, so like I won't be able to do any like night hiking. I mean, you know, hiking in the early morning when it's dark. But still, I should get on the trail by 7:30, I'm hoping, and just get a lot of miles in tomorrow. And yeah, and hopefully the sun will come out and it'll warm up a little bit and the wind will chill out. It's supposed to. It's supposed to still be breezy, but not as bad as today. So hopefully it'll be an awesome day. I'm sure it will, even if it's not super sunny. But we'll see how it goes in, and I will talk with y'all in the morning. All right.